Okay, so what we need to learn today is actually how to write the program. I mean, it's not too simple, but everything you need to think about it before you write the program. First, you need to think about it. Come on. First, you need to think about it how we can organize our idea. So first of all, you need to plan your program. You need to think about first, write in this paper, you grab your idea, then you visualize your thinking in your mind. So it is a good programming principles. So before that, there is some kind of algorithm. You have the term you have to understand what algorithm. Actually, what's the algorithm? You need to solve some kind of specific problem in order to execute better and your as you're planned it. This is being called an algorithm. So when you control the program, you have to most time you needed to create the algorithm. So but before then you didn't write any programming. You have to know one term being called pseudocode. What the pseudocode is, actually you need to write in the paper. Come on. Write in the paper, which can be represent your idea. So for example, you needed to write any kind of without specific programming language, but you can write in your own idea to write your, drive your idea. So it is a little bit, unambiguous, that you have to, this is one way to you need to start program. You have to know what is a pseudo, right? What's a pseudocode? Because just turn off your microphone. Okay, there is a. If you have a question, then please turn on. And then now the time is to how we can organize the program. There is a three way to control program. One is the sequential. It's by default everything starts from the main, enter the main class, then they beginning to execute. But things, there is also unit logic. So that's the reason we have a if selection structure, if else, and switch. This is being called selection structure. Also has a repetition structure. And today we just needed to overview two of them. One is a if, another is a while. Okay. Left other structures, leave next time of the lesson. So so there is also a logical operation during the writing program. We will be use AND logic, and is using the such kind of logic, right? And you also can directly use AND. So for example, if gender the variable gender equal to 1 and the ages equal to and bigger than 65, so you can do it plus senior female. It is kind of one variable. It doesn't matter what it is. We will be explaining what's 2 plus before the variable, okay, later. But main thing is this is a condition, so this is a will be executing your the statement. And then also we have a or logical. So there's a if there is a two condition, so if one of them is satisfied, they will be must be execute the statement. So if the, for example, if the semester average point bigger than 19 or equal and bigger than 19, or final exam bigger than 19, so it is a grade is A. For example, this is another kind of logic. So it is a parallel logic. It is one of them is satisfied. It is the whole statement can be satisfied. I mean, the grade A. Then also we have a not satisfied using this symbol. So if as you explained before, I mean grade is equal to semester value. If before that you include the braid, then before that you added this symbol, it means it's opposite of the result. So it means it's not equal to, so it is opposite, right? It's not equal to semester value. So you can use this one to get this opposite value of the whole your condition. Or you can also do that way: grade not equal synthetic value, or you can do this way: both is satisfied. Now let's give a start from the if structure. As we said, there is a selection structure has a two switch and while, if, while, and switch, but we needed to explain today's if. So that's the pseudocode. It's an example of the pseudocode. I mean, here's if students grades greater than or equal to 60. It is just like you expressing yourself your own language and then construct your idea. So it is being called pseudocode. We will be sometimes in the exam you will be say some kind of pseudocode. That's the meaning of the pseudocode. Okay, so there is no any kind of programming grammar or statement. You just need using the natural language represent your idea. So it's being called pseudocode. So it is a pseudocode. So that's kind of representing the if statement. If is the condition is true, they will be execute after that statement. Otherwise, they will be using another branch of the statement. Then also finally they mentioned that we also used some kind of tab space, white space to such kind of white space character to formalize your program. It would be it's not big deal, but it would be better to your reading the program language. I mean, just for communication. And then let's say beginning to give examples. If students greater than and equal to 60, that's the pseudocode. That's the pseudocode can be translated to your C++ code just like that. If the grade is, I mean, if bigger and smaller than, I mean, bigger and equal to 60, then you need to, print out the pass, the pass to print out in the monitor, right? So diamond is a simple decision. Okay, this is a simple entry, but actually is the if statement should be more complex. They should be start from the start. That's a chart diagram for pseudocode. So they say if this is a starting point, this is ending point all the time. That should be uh, ending point should be not it's entity of the circle. I'm starting if it's grade 16 greater than equal to 60. If it's true, then just print this out. Otherwise, just finished it. This is being called single statement. But most time we have to also has another statement for the if else statement. If else structure is just kind of if is one of the pseudocode is if student grade is greater than and equal to 16, just print the pass, otherwise print the fail. So it's if else. So let's say C++ code say the grade is bigger and equal to 50, then this is a print out to screen is pass, otherwise print the screen to failed. Then also there is another kind of very efficient way to writing the fields. So it is a similar, totally similar result you will be writing in the previous page, just like this. So what is it is? So the condition after the condition uses question mark. So your result, first result, this one, second result, this one. So if else, this is another kind of you're writing your code in this one line. If you sometimes you want to write it in the simple one line code, that's it. But this is a just only two condition. But sometimes you are more than two condition. It's not too efficient. It's not good for good to represent your idea with the good readable style. So it is only for if you want to write in the one line, it's good for sometimes graded after the first condition, the question mark, if satisfied, otherwise, else, if else, using the field. So it is another kind of if else statement. It's exactly same with before the the structure, if else structure, okay. And then sometimes, as we said, it is more than if the structure is more than two condition. So it would be how we can do that. Let's see the examples. The first is let students grades greater than and equal to 19, print A. Otherwise, if student is greater and equal to 80, it's B. Otherwise, if so, each time if after then if you still have another condition, you can add it if, then add it your condition. For example, if equal to 70, if equal to 60, they will be printed out one by one. So finally, so if is not none of them the 1, 2, 3, 4 is that they just print out the F. So it is a one by one to, it's not the two condition, there is a this fifth condition, fifth condition, 5 condition, 1A, after the B, after the C, after the D, the condition, then finally is others, if not equal to the 5 condition that you can represent the things, the logic. So this one is also a great example. That's a pseudocode that's of C++ code. So if is greater than 19, you just print out the screen A. If else if, So it means same time it is not, I mean, it's not bigger than 19, but smaller than 19, but it's bigger than 80 and equal to 80. So it should be B. And then go further, if the grade is bigger than 17, equal to 17, but smaller than 18, it means for you will be matched this condition, they will be print out C. If is greater than 16, of course, smaller than 17, right? Equal to 80, they will be D. It's none of them, they just print out the F, right? So it's if-else condition. This is a multi-structure if-else condition. And then sometimes, you know, your condition is you in condition statement has compound many statement. So what it be, how we can make this many statement. Before we just have only one statement, just print out. I mean, if just only one statement, right? If there is a many, how we can make sure they will be compound. For example, the if is 60, just pass it. Otherwise, if you want to try to print out the fill and you must take this course again, if without using the pair of breaks, I mean this one, if you without using this one, what will happen? They will be happen whatever you greater than 16, you still print out the you must take this course again. If you without using this bracket, without using the braces, pair of the braces, so you cannot, they just taking care of the just only this first condition, so they didn't control by the else area. So you have to, if you control this area with this the condition, you have to use pair of the brace. I mean, орта жақшамен қоршауым керек. Айтпегенде, мына бұл шарт барлығына ортақ деп қаралады. Okay. Now, so the previous one is we just talking about if else. Now we want to think about if there's how we can repeat. Do you have some kind of repeat controlling things? So that's the thing, that's a while repetition. There's I will use Google before the asking dumb question. I mean, this is one statement. In order to, I mean, just print out this is a, I mean, whole same, I mean, same statement, print again after then again. Now I will use Google before asking dumb question. If you want to get such a result, you have to use while. Or you can use for, but now we just give you an introduction of the while. So what the while is, let's see the example pseudo. While therefore there are more items on my shopping list, purchase next item and get off my list. So it is a simple description, your idea with your natural language or in English. So of course you can do it by your own language, it's fine, but it is a pseudocode. So without any kind of programming, there's no any kind of description of the programming technique. But we will be use C++. How we can do the same things. For example, first of all, I get this two product, right? The product is 2. The product start from 2. While the product is if smaller than 1,000, then product equal to 2 multiply product. At the first, each time they just multiply, then assigned to product. Let's simulate the 2-3 step, okay? At the first, the product is 2, and the 2 multiply 2 is 2. Assigned to product 2. And then second time, they come to while. So at that time, this is a product. The second time is product is 4, and 4 is smaller than 1000. So it is going to also keep continuing. So it is a, now it is a product is 4 multiply to 2 is 8. So its product now is 8. Then keep moving as long as, and 8 multiplied 2, it is 16. 60 multiplied 2 is 32. I mean, you just need to keep moving as long as the values reach the 1000 or bigger than 1000, you will be, I mean, you will be execute out. You need to turn, I mean, quick out from the while. You need to execute out from the while. Otherwise, you need to keep looping inside of the circle. So that's the while. Let's see the flow chart. So it is starting. The product is smaller than 1000. You need to keep multiply this, the original value to your current value. I mean, of course, the product is they keep this original value. So they will go back to start again. Then if you keep small, then start again, start again, start again. As long as they bigger was equal to, if is bigger than, for example, 1002 or 1001, then they will be go out and outside the circle. So it's a I mean, a presentation of the flow chart of the while. Okay. So it is a how we can counter this. I mean, there's a several you have to manage. There's a number because you're repeating. So one thing is you can able to control this repeating number, then execute. Others you can force the condition, you can turn, I mean, go out. There's example, a class of 10 students look at cues, the grades, I mean, grades between between the 0 to 100 for this quiz are available for you. Determine this class average on the cues. I mean, they have I mean, every student has between the 0 and the 100 point, but they trying to get this average point. In order to get average point, you know, they have to, you know, add it first all of the student average point, then after then divide it, right? So it is kind of idea. First set of total to at the start is 0, right? Then set the grade counter to 1, while grade counter is less than or equal to 10. Input next grade. What's 10 is because you said we said this is 10 student, right? And the class we have a did we take 10 student. So that's the reason the condition is less equal to 10. Yeah, so it means bigger than 10. It means it's not already out of the group of we counting the result. So first of all, you need input the you need to when you're going to enter the circle, you need to enter the next grade. After then added them together, then added them then print out. But finally, while you print out, this is after then you needed to divide it to 10. I mean, while you counted all the grade, then after then you divided it, you will be print out your average point. So what is exactly C++ code? I mean, C++ code, of course. First of all, you have a total number, then you have to divide several variable, total number, grade counter, grade average, right? So at the first total 0, counter, I mean grade counter, I mean there's how much student you have. So it is at the first you just give the count is 1. So it is equal to 10 or smaller than 10. You needed to keep doing. So count you have to write it. So something you need to write it grade. First student to write its grade. Then you just need at the first this total 0. Then you just need add this grade. Then give this total. Then of course you need to count the condition, how much student you. So it is first students already completed. You needed to add it 1. It is becoming the second. Then come to compare to 10. 2 is now this counter is 2. 2 is smaller than 10. So you need to keep writing write this grade. Then total is total plus your grade. I mean, this is grade is you type it in the keyboard. So you just need to keep the typing. Then they will be just keep add it as long as they reach this grade is, for example, this is 9, this is 10. It's if you it is reach it's 10. This is a final step. So it is a 10. It means 11. They will be come to count it. They will be come back to count it this 11. They say, oh, this is a bigger than 10. So they have to skip out this for the loop. So this is then after then you get this average. You divide the 10. You will be get the average point. So you finally you just print out. This is a whole our logic of this program. So that program, I mean, simple statement. The simple statement, simple statement. This example now we already explained, but realized by the C++ program. So that's similar like that. For example, you just enter the 19, so after then you 17, 60, 76, 71, 81. Finally, it's enter the 19.4. Then you will be get this average point for your 10%. There is another, of course. So now we have explained what is if else, also while, but during the controlling the statement, some similar assignment operation you will be frequently used. For example, you can use for example addition. For example, C equal to C plus 3, but you also can do same things equal abbreviation way. C plus equals 3. It is exactly same statement, just like that. Okay. So first you needed to add it to 3 to C, then assign to, after that assign to C. So that's you need to get familiar with that. Okay. Then for another things. Okay, another thing is d minus 4. This is equal to d minus 4. This is a e multiply 5. After then you assign to e. F divide 3. It's exactly equal condition, equal assignment. You need to have to get familiar with that. Okay. Then also important is increment and decrement. We will be frequently use this one. For example, this C++. It is a post increment. They also has a before increment. So the post increment, it means C plus 1 assigned to C. Okay, C. This also can write it C minus minus, or C minus 1 assigned to C. Then also we have a post increment. Then this is a pre increment. If you before then the variable you assign the speed or minus, this is being called per-increment. What is the per-increment? It means before, I mean, they will be accomplished things before the assign. The post-increment, you done something, then after the assign. So what this is, if is print out, I mean, see out this per-increment plus to C, I mean, at the first is 5. What will be print out is you first you add it to C, so they they already changed C, they will be print out 6. But if you print out C++, it's not the 6. Now they will be print out 5 because they just accomplished. This is post increment. They just finished it. They didn't, and after, accomplished it's one step, they will be print out. So it is a bit difference between the pre-increment and the post-increment. Okay. Same things you can do this way. If you you can just give a C to first the 5, then they will be. This is how much you can do it exercise by yourself. And then this is example, one example. Just like that, give the 5, then just print out C. After then, what is a C++? You will be get this 5 because you still didn't get this result. This is post increment. But after that, you just print out C again, you will be get 6 because the result after that happened. And then 5, they also do the same things in the C++ programming. Okay, so this is the result. Then also there's a lot of symbol. You will be use it. Not only the plus and the minus, you also can multiply, divide, and more. So that's you need to get familiar with that. You have to take aware of those symbols. Okay, so that's all. Okay. So let's cover again. So what we learned today is two important organizing logic. One is if else, another is while. In terms that we also introduced other things, some variable control, statement per increment, post increment, such things, and then also a logical statement and or condition. Should be useful to writing the program. So I hope I did this for